It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Rooney, Berkland from Lysefjorden Mikrobryggeri. Why are these 3 beers in our kitchen tonight?
I have no idea. Yeah, this is the first time all of the beers are ready.
First time?
With the label.
With a label.
So I come over from Norway just for this. Simon has not tried the Brut IPA yet.
I've not tried this in the bottle yet. Juicy IPA.
No, but we have tried this. And
Hoppy Simon, you all know Hoppy Simon.
yeah, and a brutal Simon. So I was excited that all of them were ready at the same time. So okay, when is the next flight? Let's go to Simon, I think.
That's what he said. You know what an amazing thing to do? What an amazing thing to do is to come over here, have a beer. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
We quick up. Always, we don't take this first.
No, this is a Brut IPA.
Yeah, so we're going taste-wise. We start with the juicy Simon, for that is the less bitter beer. So we're going juicy, hoppy Simon. That's sweeter than the brutal. So we're going that way.
So, little taste for Rooney. Little taste for me.
Yeah.
Good carbonation. Lovely looking beer. Hazy, juicy looking beer. Look at that. That's like hop juice.
Yeah, and you can smell it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But I'd like to say at this stage, Rooney, you've judged in competitions. I've judged in competitions. My name is on the beer. Lysefjorden Mikrobryggeri is on the beer. We would be honest. We are being 100% honest.
Yeah.
If there was something wrong, we would tell you. So this is us, the brewery owner and the collaborator, reviewing a beer. But I suppose if we don't do it here on YouTube, it never gets done, does it?
No.
We have to do this. We have to do this. So this is our honest opinion on Juicy Simon by Lysefjorden Mikrobryggeri. Aroma.
I think we don't give it 1 to 10. That's up to you. The people watching.
That's a good plan.
Go out and try the beer and judge it yourself.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah. But we can tell you if it's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Really juicy, really piney, grapefruity, mango. It smells delicious. It really does smell delicious.
Yeah, it's like a tropical juice. It is, and it's almost have not any bittering. It's 7.2%, and that's very hard to tell.
Oh, staggering! Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. Terrific beer. Again, it might be a bit cringy. It might be a bit, but this is my honest opinion on the beer. The beer is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, and we had the last beer festival. We were in Norway, the Christmas beer festival. The people at the festival, you probably know, all the guys of you that's watching the channel, we have Untapped. So every event that we are going to have their own event and Untapped. So this beer was voted #1 at the festival. About 100 beers. This was #1.
Amazing. Out of 100 beers, this was voted the #1 beer at a festival in Bergen in Norway, which is terrific. Where these guys are based, and yeah, it's terrific hard work. It's you have only a few full-time employees, don't you? It's not easy.
It's hard.
You know? Yeah.
To have a microbrewery in Norway is one of the toughest things you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, so we go over for
a hoppy. We go with a hoppy Simon.
Totally different style of beer.
Completely different style of beer. You guys have probably seen me make a video saying, is this the best beer in the world? What I'm interested in, for me, it was one of the best, if not the best beer in the world. What's it like? 2 years?
2 years now.
2 years.
Almost 3 years since we stopped doing this. And At that time, the New England IPA wasn't that big. This is not a New England IPA. It's an Imperial IPA, a triple, you can say. So, so people that are into New England IPAs, this is not a beer for you. This is a crazy, crazy hopped beer, and a bit most bittering. But at 9%, there's no alcohol taste, and it's not sweet and gloopy like many Imperial IPAs are. So it's a bit more dark than New England IPAs are, because this have a lot of malts.
So we got a 1 finger white head. It's a little darker than the Juicy Simon. Yeah, a little bit more malts going on.
Oh, much more.
Yeah.
So that naturally gave it the dark.
Good carbonation. Should we get the aroma? Look at the small bubbles. She rocked the beer.
Yeah, and the bubbles come from the boil. When you boil the beer.
Yeah.
To create small bubbles, we have a good rolling boil to set down many of the proteins in the beer. Bigger the bubbles, the less you. Yeah, the boiling has not been that great that you should do. You can say many things, but that's the main thing with it.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same beer as we produced 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely the same. Stone the Crows. What a terrific beer. Hoppy Simon.
In the summer, in September, we were brewing the last beer that we're gonna taste. That's the Brutal Simon. That's a Brut IPA or Champagne IPA. We brewed that the same, but we were at the biggest beer festival in Norway. There were 450 beers on this untapped list for the festival. We were number 2.
Number 2
of 450 beer. The UC Simon was number 8 and 9.
And this was number 2.
Yeah.
So again, this is untapped. People touching untapped, voting this the second best beer in the whole of Norway, which it's pinch yourself stuff, and it's like you'd never believe this type of thing could happen to you. I mean, you make some amazing beer.
But the style of the beer as well. The most people are lager drinkers and light beers. But when you're drinking this beer, it's 9% alcohol. You don't feel that. We had a beer tasting at the bar. We were with Simon 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And we were asking people what percentage. They didn't see the bottle. We were asking what's the ABV of this beer. And they were 4, 4.5. Someone said 6, but the most of the guys was, oh no, this is not alcohol. It's not.
And it is. It's 9%.
It's 9.
It's 9%.
If you drink 2 pints of it very quickly, you know that.
Yeah.
That's totally. But I think this is better than the New England IPAs because
it's drinkable. It's so juicy and drinkable.
Yeah. For this ABV and the bittering, this is over 100 IBUs. We cannot say over 100 IBUs. People can only taste or measure
up to 100.
Up to 100.
Yeah.
But it's when I put in the recipe, it's 108. But that's not the point. But you don't feel bittering in it. It's just balance the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say, I think I give it a 10 out of 10 before. For me, the beer has not changed at all. It's that same beer. I remember how good it was. I remember how excited I felt inside because not only is it one of the best beers I've ever tried, but it's got my name on it. It's like, wow. Yeah. And it's the same beer. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. But we got a new one for you. We got a new one.
This beer, Simon's not tested yet.
I've not tried this beer. It's called Brutal Simon Brut IPA, Lysefjorden Mikrobryggeri. Rune, if you want to open this
check
beer.
it out. But I'm going to tell you, be totally honest with you guys. When I saw this style, I was telling Simon, yeah, we have some smoke.
Yay, bit of smoke on the opening.
A bit of smoke on opening. I was telling Simon, he didn't know what the Brut IPA was when I was when I did know he was coming. So I want to test out this style. I've never tasted it before. I want to take on it and see what's happening. Because yeah, why not? We are IPA guys, so.
Hi.
So this is 9% as all. Or not as all, but also.
Also 9% ABV.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Brut IPA was created in San Francisco in about a year now. At this time in San Francisco, and the idea was to make a triple IPA, or making a IPA that was not so sweet, give it a lighter body, and make it dry. So it's not a champagne beer, but the take, or the guy that made it had not his girlfriend but a friend. She is in the wine industry, and you cannot use the champagne word. So the girl was that when we're making a dry carbonated wine, it's Brut. So there's the name. But he wanted to make a triple IPA that was not big and bold, but he wanted to dry it out. That's why the style came by.
It looks good. It looks really good. Good levels of carbonation.
Yeah. And this is 100 IBUs as well, but it's brewed totally different from an ordinary. This is totally different from New England style. It's totally
hazy, amber coloured beer. I gotta get my nose. Should we get the nose? Oh,
yeah.
it's just terrific. It's complete juice. Yeah, it's complete.
Yeah, and it's brewed with a lot of German hops as well. That's one thing that's is a big part of it. But we have used ale yeast to brew it, but this not the second, but in the last fermentation stage we have put champagne yeast in it to dry it out, and we have put in enzymes to get it even drier. And I'm
dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying to get into this. Go on, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm quite confused. From many breweries, they say DDH on the can. Double or deep. Yeah, that means double dried hop.
Double dry hop, oh yeah, DDH.
But
we've seen it in Tesco's today.
Yeah,
big letters, DDH, and it's like, what the hell?
Why should the fuck you put on the label? Brewdog, no, not Brewdog, but Dogfish had. In the early 2000s, they dried hopped 7 times, 8 times maybe in a row. So what should they call it? Or I call it. I dry hop 4, 5, 6, 8 times in a beer, but I don't write it on the can. Why? I don't know why. That's maybe because it's going to sell more.
Exactly, it's that whole kind of marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 times double dry hop, but here we go. Let's dive in. Cheers.
For nine, yeah.
It's dry, but it's carbonated and it's juicy. Lemons, I'm getting lemons and limes. A lot of lemons and limes, and it's just so. I know that's the worst thing you could probably do in a beer review but it's like it's just mouth puckeringly.
It's
superb.
almost like a popsicle or something. Dry one, not to the sour. This is not a sour beer, but it's more like the sweets you get. That's some dry and sour, but it's not sour. But the hop profile, and but you don't get the sweet malts in this.
No, it's terrific, absolutely terrific. It's so juicy. It's so you've hidden the malts really well.
Yeah.
The malts are hidden. It's drinkable. It's juicy. It's refreshing. The alcohols are hidden. Oh, it's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous beer. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. You get grapes, you get lemons and limes and grapefruit, and it's just a wonderful beer.
Yeah.
I've talked enough. Go on, Rooney. Finish the
It's not like the Juicy Simon. It's the opposite beer from that.
Yeah.
Quite different. It don't have that explosion of soft fruits in the nose, but it have a lot of hops.
Yeah.
It's a very, very different style of IPAs that I've been drinking before.
It's really good.
And we have
and it's quite it's like 11:30 at night, so some of you guys might have seen me yawning a couple of times now, but it's not. It's just it's very late in the night, and I'm drinking amazing beer. We got to the end of the night. We wanted to wait till the last moment to get into this beer.
We made some food and have a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time first before we reviewed the beer, but this is just reviewing the beer. I love it. I think it's terrific. I think it's going to be a monumental. It's going to be a monumental sale. This Brutal Simon, I think it's going to go down really, really. And I love the mountains. It's a very different take on the label. The mountains there.
Yeah, it's Lysefjorden. It's like that's where we live. We want to have some. We have changed the outset or the labeling of the beers. We have done that. But
if you want to win one bottle of each, Hoppy Simon, Brutal Simon, Juicy Simon, place a comment, please like a video and subscribe
for the channel. Yeah.
For the channel, for your chance to win
one of each
beers from the brewery, fresh from the brewery. It'll be the freshest beer.
It will be sent from Simon's place.
Yeah, of course. It's super fresh beer. Try it. Comment, like, and subscribe. I've never done anything like this before, but I think sometimes in life you have to promote your own business.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to push your own business. I'm not one for. I'm very much kind of like sit back and relax, but I need to push it, don't I?
Yeah, you have to
push the business.
We are a brewery, but the laws in Norway put a spec. We cannot go out and advertise or do not anything.
Yeah.
So it's a hard business, but I'm in Wales now.
The beers are 9s and 10s. 9s and 10s all day long.
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe. Of course, check out their Facebook page, Lysefjorden Mikrobryggeri.
Yeah.
Please comment. Thank you for Rooney for coming. Please subscribe. Yeah. We're going to Cardiff now for a few more beers.
Yeah.
Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Boom, go on, Rooney. Yeah. Boom and cheers.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom and cheers. Yeah.